Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast. I'm Ella.
And I'm Daniel. Today we're talking about one of the most fascinating topics in technology, how hackers actually break into computers.
When people hear the word hacker, they often imagine someone wearing a hoodie, sitting in a dark room, typing quickly on several computer screens.
But the reality is usually much less dramatic. Most cyber attacks don't begin with complicated programming.
That's right. In many cases, hackers simply take advantage of human mistakes.
Before we begin, what exactly is a hacker?
A hacker is someone who understands computer systems extremely well. That knowledge can be used for good purposes, such as finding security weaknesses and helping companies protect their systems, or for criminal activities, like stealing information or money.
So, not every hacker is a criminal?
Exactly. Some hackers work for companies to discover security problems before criminals can exploit them. They're known as ethical hackers.
What's one of the most common hacking methods?
Without a doubt, phishing. A hacker sends an email or text message that looks like it came from a bank, a delivery company, or another trusted organization.
Then the victim is asked to click on a link.
Exactly. The link leads to a fake website that looks almost identical to the real one. If the victim enters their username and password, the information goes directly to the hacker.
So sometimes people give away their own information without realizing it.
What other methods do hackers use?
Sometimes they try to guess weak passwords. Passwords like 123456, password, or someone's birthday are still surprisingly common.
That's why security experts recommend using long, unique passwords and enabling two-factor authentication whenever possible.
What if someone has a strong password?
In some cases, hackers look for security vulnerabilities in software or operating systems. If they find a flaw that hasn't been fixed, they may be able to use it to gain access to a computer or network.
That's one of the reasons why it's so important to keep software up to date.
We've heard a lot about ransomware attacks in recent years. What exactly is ransomware?
Ransomware is a type of malicious software that encrypts a victim's files. The attackers then demand money in exchange for the key needed to unlock the data. And even if someone pays the ransom, there's no guarantee they'll get their files back.
Exactly. That's why regular backups are one of the best ways to protect yourself.
Let's talk about some famous hackers.
One of the most well-known names is Kevin Mitnick. During the 1980s and 1990s, he broke into the computer systems of several major companies.
What made him especially dangerous was his ability to convince people to reveal confidential information. This technique is known as social engineering.
Eventually, he was arrested and served time in prison. After his release, he became a cybersecurity consultant and helped organizations improve their security.
Can you give us another example?
Sure. Albert Gonzalez was involved in stealing the credit card information of tens of millions of people from major companies.
At the time, it was one of the largest data theft cases in history.
He was caught, convicted, and sentenced to 20 years in prison.
What about hacking groups?
In 2011, a hacking group called LulzSec attacked the websites of several major companies and organizations, stealing and publishing sensitive information.
How were they caught?
One of the group's leaders was arrested and later cooperated with law enforcement. The information he provided helped investigators identify and arrest several other members of the group.
So how can people reduce the risk of being hacked?
Use strong and unique passwords for every account. Enable two-factor authentication. Keep your software updated. Avoid clicking on suspicious links, and back up important files regularly.
It sounds like good security starts with good habits.
Exactly. Technology is important, but the user's awareness is just as important.
The more you learn about cybersecurity, the more you realize that hacking is often about people, not just computers.
That's true. In many cases, hackers succeed not because computers are weak, but because people make mistakes.
Now we'd like to ask you a question.
Which hacking method surprised you the most?
Let us know in the comments.
Thank you for listening to today's episode.
We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.